When Doreen and John found out there was a plan for a huge gas fracking site over the road from their house in northern England, they wanted to find a way to fight it.
Hello, my name's Doreen. I live in Lancashire with my husband John.
And they found some friends in a major ethical cosmetics company called Lush, which paid for a video used by anti-fracking campaigners, including Greenpeace, to spread the word about the effect of fracking on local communities. But under the terms of new legislation going through Parliament here, Greenpeace say they'd be unable to use propaganda like this at times of local or national elections. And they're not alone in feeling worried.
For many, many small charities in particular, they have to be really deeply concerned about that, because if they are falling foul of the legislation, if they do find themselves doing the wrong thing with the Electoral Commission, it threatens their potential existence.
One prominent political commentator has described the lobbying bill as a piece of legislation which would put Britain halfway towards Putin's Russia in its effect on democracy, which is ironic, since it was hardly the intention of the law. The politicians here who came up with the idea of the lobbying bill insist that they did it with the very best of intentions. They argue that professional lobbyists had got far too close to the political class and that they were disrupting the democratic process. And yet, as this bill has gone through Parliament, there's been a growing chorus of complaints from civil liberties groups and charities who say that it is they and not many professional lobbyists who will be worst affected by this legislation. That's because, as it stands at the moment, big corporations which have in-house lobbyists, an oil company for example, wouldn't be subject to the same restrictions which, for charities and others, would cap any spending on promotional materials to just $15,000 and restrict their ability to lobby for months before elections. There's already evidence of the possibility of bad decisions because of the new law. A few days ago, healthcare campaigners in London celebrated victory in the High Court over the government's health secretary, Jeremy Hunt. He'd wanted to close down part of a successful hospital. If the new law had existed, the hospital would probably have been closed because the campaigners wouldn't have been able to fight it.
All of the activity which the Save the Lewisham Hospital campaign did, so the posters, the protests, also taking Jeremy Hunt to court, would have been caught under the proposed legislation.
So in future, videos like the anti-fracking one might never be made because showing them could be illegal. There has been a debate in Westminster as to whether charities or campaign groups could be exempted from the new law. But what started off as an idea to improve democracy could, it's feared, end up doing the very opposite. Laurence, Al Jazeera, London.